Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Kairma, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sandy.
That's me.
And the gargantuan Tony O.
You've used that one before. Uzi.
Have I?
Yeah, man.
Hey, it's on you.
It's
on you to pull up the. It's on you to pull up the receipt.
He's stepping up his game though, Tony. I gotta say, it's
I
better.
mean, last week was
you.
what? Last week was fishy, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't fishy, yeah.
You need to sort out that. You need to sort out that funk, man.
Yeah, I give it a pass on this one. I think, even though he's used it before, it's something.
Tommy,
better.
who says I need a pass from you?
No, I'm trying to help you out here. You know.
I don't accept your pass. I don't want it. I don't want it.
He's reusing old stuff, man. That's terrible. Get some new material. Unreal.
Yeah. We need a new segment to start the pod. Yeah, this.
Jeez, we're retiring it.
Yeah, maybe.
I put it to you. I haven't used that before. I want you to go back and find me the episode number. Find me the episode. All right, you're just chucking out claims and nothing. Then prove it.
It won't be that hard to find, but. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go
okay,
ahead.
What do I get in return for doing that work? I got nothing.
A sincere apology.
Yeah, I don't need that. Even your sincere apology won't be a sincere apology. I don't need that. Yeah. Don't need some script from you about... Anyway, whatever.
What? I'd use text-to-speech again for it and everything.
There you
It'd be
go.
great.
Which is exactly what I thought.
Yeah, definitely not worth it. Yeah. What could we replace this then with? I'm just trying to think, well, we don't want to talk about our weekends,
No. No. I would love to talk about my weekend.
I think we're here to talk about his weekend, yeah. So.
We are very much here to talk about my weekend. And my weekend mostly revolved around Arsenal won, Man United won in the FA Cup, with Man United winning 3-5 on penalties. Of note is that Man United played about 60 to 70 minutes of this game a man down as well. Yeah. Ooh,
Stupid
Arsenal.
Dallo.
That was a dumb challenge.
Yeah,
It was the one thing I don't think I took any issue with the referee with in this game. The rest of this game, though, first half was rubbish, but everything after that was prime entertainment, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As a neutral, I really did enjoy seeing two teams that kind of don't like each other very much. You know what I mean? Little scuffles coming about here.
United and Arsenal are always going to hate each other. They're always going to hate each other.
You know
but
what?
It hasn't been
and
this
you know what?
kind of...
I respect that. I respect a bit of hatred. The game needs
This
it.
is the only rivalry where there's been genuine hate, right? Like, if you think about it, in the Premier League, this is the only rivalry where there's been, like, players and managers trying to kill each other. Like, yeah.
You know what? They saw Moyes back at Everton. They're like, is it 2000s again? Oh, we're on top of the table. We gotta hate each other again.
Step it up.
Yeah, let's go. Bring it back. Prime Barclays. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Where do we start with this
Where do
one?
we start, honestly? Like,
we can start with Havertz, but where with
we
Havertz,
can start with Kai
know.
Havertz. The Arsenal, look, that dive for the penalty was horrible. It's an atrocious dive. I enjoyed immensely. I don't know if you've seen the clip of Maguire yelling at him afterwards, saying, "You cheating shitbag, you cheating shithouse." And I believe if they were in the street at that point, Maguire would have decked him. Maguire would have swung.
With his head, the headbutt.
Whatever's closest.
Yeah. Well, Maguire's head is always closest.
It's always, yeah.
So,
he tried to do it in the penalty area. They just got stopped from teammates. He tried to get Havertz after.
He did try to get Havertz.
He went after him. He did, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Look, I honestly, this game, before the game, because we lost to Newcastle midweek, right? And I kind of felt like I was worried about this game, but I don't think United can have the tools to beat us, if that makes sense, offensively. And by the way, Bruno's goal is special. That's a special
beauty.
finish.
The connection that he got with that ball,
outstanding.
Insane.
Bent it round. I think it was Timber. Bent it round into the far corner. Special finish. Like, he's the only one on the pitch really that can pull that off, I think. But generally, the way we play is kind of, it stops United from actually getting chances. So that was kind of my saving grace, because I didn't think we were going to score many goals. I was like, the way we're playing, like, we created chances, and we'll discuss that. But yeah, I don't know.
Also, they need a striker. So there's no goals in that forward line.
Yeah, I mean, it's with the way Havertz is playing right now, it's very hard to argue. I just think we need attackers. Like, everyone says striker, striker, striker. We can get a striker and this still happens if the rest of the attack is not sorted out. We need goals in the team. Odegaard has not scored a goal in open play this season. He's in a bad way. He came back in really good... listen, I think overall he actually had a good game, even though...
I think he was...
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's the one who stepped up to take their penalty. And that was saved by. I don't think it was a particularly bad. I've seen worse.
I thought it was a great save.
He made the two penalty saves he made were really good. I don't think the Havertz one had.
The Havertz one, it was.
But
like,
it was in the
it was
corner.
a bit slow. But
yeah, it was a bit slow.
It was a good save by Inter. But I mean, Odegaard, I think he created 10 chances by the end of the game or something like that.
Crazy amount. I've seen a lot of, he's getting a lot of heat. There was a clip that went around where he did a turn in midfield and everyone was saying, why are you stopping your time? I just think that's people getting angry over because he missed the penalty. Like, from what I saw, as far as creating goes, he's still, as you'd expect, doing his job. But he's not scoring goals. Mikel Merino's not scoring goals. Sterling's not scoring goals. Jesus is not scoring goals. Havertz is not scoring goals. Martinelli's not scoring goals. Like, I missed the second half, like I said, live, right? I looked at the phone and when it said 1-1, and I'm just hoping, please don't be Gabriel. Please don't be Gabriel. Please don't be Gabriel. And it's fucking Gabriel. And it's not even... The thing with Gabriel is everyone thinks of Gabriel as a threat from set pieces. He's just a threat in the box because he has that aggression naturally when he's in the penalty area to just get his shot away. When Havertz shoots, it's like, I have to shoot here. It's not like I want to score. You know what I mean? It's like they've made it so that there is literally no one else to pass to. I have to shoot now. Right? Like, there's a difference in the energy when they both have chances, and it's just,
There was one though that, I mean, you can't fault Arsenal. I think Havertz plays it in, and De Ligt just instinctively clears it off.
It's great defending.
Yeah, that block.
It's great defending for me. An attack because Trossard is in front of him, right? And you have to put your body there to stop that challenge and score. You know what I mean? Like, you have to get hurt scoring there. It's good defending, don't get me wrong, but a goal scorer scores there. I've seen Trossard miss that chance before, even by making contact, by being too safe. We've all seen it. It stopped us from winning a league last season. We have too many safe players in the box. Martinelli had 14 crosses in this game. Zero
a lot of these Arsenal crosses from corners aside, and I kind of want to talk about something on the corners briefly after I cover this. A lot of the Arsenal crosses just felt aimless. I don't know who they were aiming them to, because Maguire and De Ligt were just winning every open play cross into the box, and then when it came to the corners, Arsenal's corners in this game were shit until Rice came on.
Well,
Rice was putting in some good corners.
Of course.
Odegaard's corners were terrible.
I'll tell you this on Odegaard. He's not fit. He should not be playing. 100%. I think he rolled his ankle in the first half again. That's happening every game now, right? Like, he told Gabriel to stop playing. Like, at the end of the first half. He told him to stop playing, just so that they could get into the dressing room so he could get treatment on that ankle. That is a disaster waiting to happen. But what's happening here is last summer we signed Mikel Merino. He's not contributed this season as far as I'm concerned. We signed Calafiori. He's not contributed this season. We signed... Who else did we sign? Sterling. He's not contributed. We signed Neto. He's not even played. Right? So, that's a disastrous window. Like, I see the news.
Neto is...
Yeah, first of all...
Who? Exactly. The keeper.
First of all, Neto signed for Chelsea, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Second of all, but Twitter told me that Calafiori is hot. And that's the most important thing.
He's a good player. He's a good player, but it doesn't matter if you're a good player if you can't stay fit. And he had that injury. I said it when we had this discussion when we signed him. Like, it's a risk with that knee injury he's had. Going from Serie A to the Premier League, it's a risk. In an area where none of our left backs can stay fit. You sign another left back with a checkered history to make that. If we didn't have Miles... This Kivio not be playing. That's a disastrous window, right? Like, yeah. So we didn't contribute. And in football, when you stand still, you move back. That's just what happens. And that's what happened now. Players last season who went the distance are mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, and they have no help. This isn't what Arsenal's attack looks like without Saka, guys. And it can get worse. We play Spurs next.
Yeah.
It can get worse.
North London Derby?
Yeah.
They had...
Oh, man.
And we play Phil after
like,
that. It can get worse.
Do you think Arteta's in a hot seat at all?
Yeah.
Think there's any...
I don't think he can... I don't think... Look, everyone's going to say he should get... Like, AFTV, they must have had a field day with this. Like, I can't imagine
their view numbers are probably spiking.
Yeah. He's not going to get
Tony, we need this kind of content from you, man. Come on. We need to capitalize on the most terminally online fan base.
I don't rage. I don't rage, like, not like that. But if you don't give projects oxygen, and oxygen comes in signings, and it comes in trophies. If you don't win stuff, doesn't matter how good what you're doing is, it will run out eventually. Right? Mm-hmm. Which is why we needed the cups this season. We're basically out of the Carabao Cup, out of the FA Cup. We're not going to win the Champions League with this shit. So, and nobody wants to sign anybody, even though we are, like, Gabriel Jesus.
Injured,
and I think it's a big one. I think it's the ACL. So...
That has to spur the board. Like, that, at that point,
you're
like, okay.
Sterling's back. So it doesn't.
Congrats to him. I can't remember what feed I was watching, but the comms are trying to hype him up when he was like taking someone on. I'm just like,
to be fair,
it wasn't even that
if
good.
You've been
watching
like,
you've taken someone on, you've turned back.
If you've been watching Arsenal, we have not seen someone successfully take someone on in a long time. Like, Sterling was a big improvement on that right hand side.
This Arsenal performance from the moment Dalot got sent off onwards, I was like, watching them, I was like, this team's not winning shit, man. There's no... And then, I mean, we get to the penalty shootout. The fuck is Raya doing during this match? What is Raya doing?
Oh, right.
This just...
He's diving 2 seconds before the shot.
He was defeated, Like,
on the... well, he wasn't even... He was, like, starting to, like, hop to a side before...
he gambled
the
too
right
early.
way for a single.
Yeah.
He was
gambling too early. And as a result, I don't know, if you can find the view from behind the penalty takers... It's some of the funniest stuff. Like, he's diving,
like
he's
FIFA.
Gambling early, but he's
like
diving
FIFA.
late.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
He's already chosen a side, so he's committed. And then the ball's going the other way, and then he completes his dive. So it looks. He ended.
I think it was on the. It might have been the Martinez one or the Euro one, which were the worst of the pens. He ends up beyond the post for one of them. I'm like, where are you going, my friend? This is ridiculous. It just looks ridiculous.
I understand the tech. He's a small keeper, so they have to double step to make. He can't do what Bayender does. He waits till the last moment, and then goes. Like, you have to wait as a small. He got his technique wrong, but I understand what happened. But I know that it looks really
like
funny.
I understand the thought process, but it's just some of the funniest stuff I have seen in a shootout.
Right,
on the United
a lot
end,
problems, to be honest.
On the United end, really
Big week.
heartening performance.
Big week for
I mean,
you guys.
after the draw. I mean, after that Newcastle game, everyone basically penciled us in for 2 slappings. So we had we had a very creditable performance away to Anfield, and then again in this game, once we go down to 10 men, I mean, yeah, we concede right after, I think, but it's just it's nice when you see your team try. And you see your team, like, put in an effort when they're down to 10 men. People are flying into tackles. Like, guys are putting their bodies on the line. That's just nice to watch. And good redemption for Binder as well. Because, I mean, the last time we saw him, he had that disaster against Spurs.
That's right.
I mean,
He's
even
a
for
big
the
keeper.
Arsenal,
He's a big
he's like
keeper.
6'6".
Yeah, I didn't
very
realize.
tall.
How is he getting beaten from a corner that way? But he's a big keeper. Yeah.
I mean, hey, Onana's a big keeper as well. He got beaten
Yeah.
in the corner too.
Anana's big and heavy. There's a difference. Like, he doesn't look as springy. No, but Binder's bigger. Like, I think you said he's 6'6",
Binder's
right?
like he's a full like
I think
2-3 inches
Onana's
taller
like
than Onana.
6'3" or something. But yeah. Anyway, no, he was good. I think. Look, we've been calling for Amorim to make changes, and you don't play out from the back as aggressively right now, and that's fine. By the way, that's fine. Like, don't force it. You know what I mean? Get through a period where you're getting results, and then gradually start to build from there. And that's what you guys are doing. It really caught Liverpool out last week, the way you guys played, because you were very direct to the right-hand side. Again, that's fine. Liverpool are pressing high, expecting you to play out from the back. You didn't do it. In this game, I don't think you caught us out as much, but defensively, like, I mean, Harry Maguire has always been good in a deep back three, and he's thriving there.
Maguire and De Ligt had really good games in this one. It's the type of game that suits them. It's the type of game that suits them, where it's just defend the box, put your bodies on the line. That is what they are very, very good at. That's what they're adept at. I mean, we were talking about redemptions. Joshua Zirkzee had a nice. I enjoyed what he did to Saliba on that one run, where he makes him inside, goes back outside, and sends Saliba crashing into Havertz.
It's one of those where you expect the guy to, you run over expecting the guy to be shit, and he's like, oh, he's doing something. I'm not doing my work here. And then
I wasn't
you
ready.
get caught out. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think he forced Raya into a nice little save down in his near post, and then winning penalty. You know what?
Yeah.
And I'm buzzing for him to take the last penalty. It's I don't know if he volunteered to go fifth or it's just how the cards fell, but it's not easy taking the last penalty in a shootout. And good for him.
Did anyone think Havertz was going to score that penalty?
No,
no one in the world.
No. The script writers were cooking a little too much. They're like, we know what's going to happen here.
He's just in a bad place, man.
He's not super mentally strong type of player.
We haven't even really touched on the big chance that he missed, where he was about 3 yards out and somehow
one chance. I saw 3, but the one you're talking about
that was
is
the
one
biggest
he takes
one.
a touch. He takes a touch in the box. I don't know how the fuck he scoops it. He doesn't kick the ball properly. Nothing frustrates me more than players who don't kick the ball properly. It's literally what you've been doing your entire life. How don't you have proper ball striking technique? It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's like, it's inexcusable. Like, players that are very one-footed and players that can't strike the ball properly, I don't get it. Like, what makes you different from me? you know what I mean? If you can't strike the ball properly, then I don't get it. And Havertz, man, when he's not at it, he has pillow feet, man. He just has pillow feet and shovels. Like,
his
scoops everything.
Right now,
yeah. He had a really bad one against, did you see the one against Newcastle?
I saw the one against Newcastle.
Is it the shoulder header? Is that the one? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's just,
That's the thing with Havertz is like he was helping you guys quite a bit at the start of the season, getting clutch goals, I think, and then now it's been.
He was in a good place because in 2024 at the start, he was in a really good place, and Saka's got injured, and now he has to carry the attack, and he can't do it. I mean, physically as well, he's been sick, but we know that this player is in there. They're all better attackers: Jesus, Havertz, Sterling, Martinelli. there is no offensive leader in that attack, and it shows, right? So, hey, it is January 13th. There is still time for us to buy someone. We needed a signing January 1st, 2022. This is January 13th, 2025. I'm still fucking waiting for an elite attacker to come in. This is Arsenal Football Club. Yeah. Yeah. What can I say? Yes,
a good weekend. I think we spent almost 20 minutes on this game, so we should probably start. Nothing else really happened. Let's go. I think Chelsea won by a lot. You played Morecambe. You know what? Shout out to Morecambe. They were always my favorite team to pick back when I used to play FIFA for like a manager mode or anything, simply because they had a shrimp on their logo, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Nice.
Well, they're out of the FA Cup now, so.
Yep.
And Man City beat Salford 8-0, I think. Jack Grealish got the Make-A-Wish penalty. Good for him. Yeah. 1 goal in 2025.
An official goal. Yeah.
An official goal. Don't worry, we will still parrot around his Premier League goal-scoring record for you. More interestingly, in this game was that Kyle Walker is apparently asked to leave City.
Yeah.
I mean it's not really news. He's been asking to leave City for a while. And then
he's supposed to go to Bayern, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just like, at this point, just let the guy go, man.
He's begging to be put out of his misery at this point.
I mean, he jogs on in this one. Doesn't take, like, De Bruyne's trying to give him the captain's armband. He just, I don't want it. Yeah.
Please, get rid of me.
Yeah. He's not in a good place at that club. And, hey, they did sign someone that could mean he's on his way out. So we'll discuss that later.
Yes. I've already lost his name the second I put him in a different section. Kusanov. From Lens, I believe.
I think so,
I mean, he's 20 years old. Defender.
Center back.
Which in Pep's obsession with filling his entire team with centre backs and central midfielders continues.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know enough about this kid to say if he'll be good or not.
He's really jumped from he went from what you said Lens there 1 year. So this currently, that's where he was. Yeah. And then before that, I believe he was playing like almost non-league football. I think. Yeah. So he's had a big skyrocket.
It's gonna be a big adaptation period for him if he plays a lot. He is mobile, so that helps. But
you know what? That's instantly an upgrade on a lot of City.
Yeah.
Guys that can move. Oh.
We'll see.
They need youth, so they're kind of going the right.
The rebuild is starting at long last.
Yep, it seems like it.
Yeah.
I mean, of note is that I think he is the first Uzbek player to make it to the Premier League, so good on him.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I was thinking if there's been anyone else, but no.
I don't think Uzbekistani, but elsewhere in the FA Cup, Aston Villa knocked out West Ham 2-1.
That was a good game. That was a good game.
Morgan Rogers with the winning goal. Fucking good game. That Villa 150th anniversary kit. Ooh.
Clean, classic, beauty.
By the way,
reaching towards the wallet.
Can I just say, the initiative from Arsenal, it's really nice. We are not winning with these shirts. These no more red. Yeah. Oh my God. It's tough to complain because you know what it's for, but it's like Jesus, man. Our record in that shirt is shocking. It is shocking.
It looks almost like a Real Madrid kit from far away. But
it doesn't even look like Real Madrid. There's not enough black on it. It just looks white. I don't like it.
It's very plain.
I will say it very much. I forgot that Arsenal going to be wearing this kit, so when I tuned into the game, I was instantly very confused because I saw the all white, and I was like, United have a white third kit this season. I was like, oh, United are in white today. And I looked at it, I was like, I don't recognize this guy. And then, like, Bruno runs past in blue. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it is a nice initiative. But yeah, Arsenal's record in the early rounds of the FA Cup for the last 4 years has been bad. It's been third or fourth round every single time.
What's the initiative? What's something about like knife attack or something?
Yeah.
Stabbing, or am I wrong? That's
Knife violence in London, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Back to Villa, West Ham. I think Villa came from behind in this one, if I'm not mistaken, right?
They did. West Ham came out of the traps flying. Like, they had a few chances right at the beginning. Who scored? Was it Paqueta or...
It was Paqueta.
It was Paqueta, yeah. He's still playing. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, it's been very quiet in those sectors around him. Yeah, it's very quiet.
Weird, but okay. Good for him. He's still playing.
That's what it is. I mean, West Ham had a new manager to impress because Graham Potter is now in charge. I believe 2.5-year contract after Lopetegui got sacked. Finally, the most obvious sacking for a while.
They handled that terribly too. Did you see? Like, he was like,
oh yeah, he was in the middle of training. It was a mess.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
The worst. Was it West Ham as well? Or was that Sunderland? Gus Poyet when he got sacked live.
Poyet was Sunderland.
It was
Sunderland.
I think it was Sunderland.
That was bad as well. He had no idea he'd been sacked. Everyone in the room knew he'd been sacked. It was sad, but yeah.
I think West Ham, they also lost Fulkrug to a long-term injury. I mean, it's not really been effective for them anyways, but I think he's out injured for a while too.
They're losing players.
Man, if you're a striker, don't go to West Ham.
Yeah.
There's nothing there for you. But it's also, Bowen is out for a while, I think, with an ankle injury or something.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know where the goals are going to come from for that team. But I'm curious. It's nice to see Potter back in management because he was out for a while. I mean, Chelsea were paying him to just sit around for a while. He could wait to see if he got the England job, and once he didn't get it, he's like, all right, I'll take the next one.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Like, West Ham, it's not a bad spot for him, to be honest, you know? Like, they can spend. They will spend. They're in a shit spot right now, but I feel like if he gets enough time, he might be able to do something good with West Ham. I think so.
I don't think it's a great match, to be honest, but we'll see. It's convenient from him for him because he has like a home in London as well, right? So yeah, but that club is a bit of a basket case. You never know what you're gonna get, so we'll see. Someone get Kudus out of there. Yeah,
so save Kudus.
Arsenal.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That involves Arsenal doing something in January, when was the last time you did that? Trossard?
Oh, we buy players in January, just not, we got Kiwi in January as well. Kiwior. He's still there. Yeah, Jorginho.
I wouldn't count Kiwior as doing something. I forgot that you got Jorginho in January. But another very expected thing, after beating Liverpool in midweek, Spurs, of course, went to extra time against non-league Tamworth. My favourite bit, actually I had two favourite bits in this game. One, before the game, one of the Tamworth players had to be lifted on someone else's shoulder to tape up the net because it had fallen out. It's not league. You just find
I am
back
starting to
with
believe
tape.
Tommy when he says this team is 20 minutes from Kingston.
Yeah,
it sounds very GTSSA, honestly.
Yeah.
That's
but yeah,
nice.
you had one of the Tamworth players like taping up one of the goals to keep the net on. And the other thing was one of the Tamworth, I think, centre backs, who is I can't remember his name, and I really should remember his name, but he's a 32-year-old plumber by trade. Does a little Zidane 360 turn to get past to spin both Pape Matarsar and Timo Werner in one move, and it's wonderful.
I'm retiring.
It's wonderful.
I'm retiring after that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's bad. Yeah, honestly, those non-league teams can be very awkward to play against. I think it was a turf field as well. It was a turf field, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was
just like it. I've seen like a few pictures from this game, and just like it's It's funny,
I
man.
love seeing I just love seeing like a Premier League team playing in a pitch in a stadium like that. It's so small.
Yeah.
It's just kind of it's unique thing about like
Yeah.
a competition like this is seeing that.
It's just I do agree that the non-league teams can be awkward because you're just like, I don't expect you to do any of the stuff
Yeah.
you're doing. None of what you're doing makes sense, and I don't know how to deal. I haven't been coached to deal with this level of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the beauty
Spurs,
of the
Spurs won 3-0 in extra time,
Just
and
Yeah.
good for them. They got through.
Now
They're
they
in the
play.
half of the next round.
That's what I
Hey,
said,
Ange
like,
promised us trophies in his second season. He's been very bullish on
man.
that recently. It's like everyone was laughing at me. We will see. So, yeah.
They've got a first leg lead in the Carabao semi-final. I honestly, as someone who bears no particular ill will to either club, a Newcastle Tottenham final with a trophy on the line. Oh, that's cinema. That's a game that will never end. It'll go to a penalty shootout and it'll be going for years. It'll be beautiful to watch.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
did release the fourth round draw, so Tottenham plays Aston Villa, so it's a tough road
Tough
for
draw.
an FA Cup for sure. Yeah.
Emery doesn't go big on clubs. So, yeah. They might see their way past that one, and then we'll see. But the focus will be Carabao. Anfield's a tough place to go, so that's no guarantee. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Another throwback this week that Tommy already mentioned. David Moyes is back at Everton. They sacked Sean Dyche in midweek. Tony's already shaking his head. Hey, it worked for Moisey going back to West Ham. They got them a record points total in the Premier League and the Europa Conference League.
So is he going
Why
to
not
sign
with
Souček?
Everton?
Like, because he needs a Fellaini everywhere he
Brother,
goes.
fuck
right?
Souček. I was like, call up
Well, that's my
Fellaini. How
point.
old is he?
He needs a Fellaini
Get him
everywhere he
back.
goes, right? Like, I mean,
You know, that's actually Potter would be like, sure, take him. I bet, So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. To be honest, yeah, I would not be surprised. It's just for me with Everton is like they have
Lazy.
new owners. They're getting a new
It's
stadium,
lazy, man.
and
Like,
this is who they sack
Yeah.
Dyche for. Moyes.
It's
Like
lazy.
you could be a little
honestly.
bit more creative. Like there's someone you could build a project with.
Hey man,
maybe Moyes is the
Everton
guy.
Everton have tried being creative in the past. I don't know how much more creative you can get than Rafa Benitez and Carlo. Everton have a weird list of managers. They've had Duncan Ferguson briefly. They had Rafa Benitez.
I give
Why
them
would you
credit
sign
for
Rafa
Carlo.
Benitez? Carlo is.
I give them credit for trying Carlo. That's
wild.
ambitious. Rafa was never going to work. It's just never
Rafa,
going to
no,
work.
the Carlo one was fun. It was fun
Yeah.
to see Carlo at Everton.
Yeah.
Rafa was dumb as fuck.
Wait, they had
By
the
Everton standards, this
Yeah,
is not the worst that they've done.
they had the Dutch guy that managed.
Oh
what's
my
his name?
god, yeah.
Freak. He
Koeman.
managed to Koeman.
Yeah, Ronald Koeman,
He had
yeah.
Ronald Koeman for a bit too. Yeah. So okay, they've actually been a bit with their managers. Okay. Yeah, fair.
They just signed no one young. That's
weird.
it. They just Duncan, I guess, is not that old.
They had Martinez for a bit.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
the only time they were good
Roberto
recently. Well,
Martinez.
in the past
that's
15
right, yeah.
years. They were good then.
Did you guys see that drama that in the FA Cup, Ashley Young son, they played against the team he plays for, and they're like,
Yeah.
boo, you didn't play him and all this
Well,
stuff. Or
the
like,
thing is, Everton were only 1-0
yeah, they
up
weren't even killing the game
until late in the
Yeah.
game. Why? So Ashley Young's kid, Tyler, he's like 16, 17, something like that.
Come on, guys.
He
Yeah.
isn't in
He
the
doesn't
squad.
play. He doesn't play for him
doesn't
anyway.
play.
Yeah.
Like he's made like
Exactly.
one or two appearances this season. Hadn't played since like October.
Yeah.
The fact that they put them in Peterborough's manager, who I think is Fergie's kid, if I'm not mistaken.
He's still there?
He is. Every time they sack him, they end up bringing him back for some reason or the other.
That is nepotism, man.
but-
Just because he's a Ferguson. Because, yeah. He hasn't done anything for them. But anyway.
But the thing is, even naming this kid in the squad, I'm like, that is a good enough show. I'm like, if you're losing 3-4-0, sure, bring the kid on, let him have
Yeah.
his moment
Yeah.
with his dad. But I'm like, if it's a 1-0 game, you're like, I'm trying to
Trying
win
to
this.
win,
I'm trying to
yeah.
get. Yeah.
People are stupid, man. It's like, yeah.
If Everton were that desperate for Ashley Young to play with his kid, they should have scored more goals earlier in this game.
Exactly.
Or they should have sold him. Sell him, let them play together. If you want them on the field at the same time.
Let them pull a LeBron.
Yeah. It's a dumb narrative. Anyway.
Boise's back.
Yeah. Just what we needed. Yeah.
Hey.
Bring back.
Well, it's not
Has
United,
Allardyce
won't
played?
hear
Has
me
he managed
complaining.
with Everton? He hasn't.
I
feel like he has.
I feel like he has.
It feels like he would have.
Yeah.
It feels like he would have.
He fits in that mold. That's a lazy club. That's just a lazy club. Yeah. Allardyce.
Let's move around Europe briefly. El Clasico was this weekend in the Spanish Super Cup, and Real Madrid took a lead inside 10 minutes and then proceeded to get their asses handed to them. Jesus Christ. Belt to ass for the remaining 80 minutes of this game.
It was a great goal from Mbappe to open up, though.
It was a nice counter-attack,
It was a nice counter, yeah.
He
was actually really good, apart from everyone else. Mbappe was actually pretty good this game,
Yeah, but he still throws off their balance. That's a problem because you have Mbappe and Vinicius trying to do the same thing, right? Like, anyway, whatever. They have no idea how to play against Barcelona. It's really strange, but they defend really stupidly against them.
It's weird, yeah. It's weird to see.
When they beat them, what was the score the last time they played? Was it 4-0?
I think it was 4-0.
Yeah, that was a disaster class. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, wow. 9 goals in 2 games is not good. And, that front three, though, by the way, Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski, they're so much fun to watch. Honestly,
man, Rafinha is
he's been one of the best forwards in the world this season. Yeah.
So what?
Best
something
left
like
winger.
18 goals, 10 assists, something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
There hasn't been a left winger that's been more devastating this season, and all types of goals as well. Not just he scored a brilliant header in this one, which was nuts. And Yamal.
The best moment from this game was Szczesny getting a game and saying, "Nah, just takes out." I don't know who he takes out. Like, he had no business going out for the ball. Wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't Mbappe.
I think it was Mbappe.
It could have been.
Yeah.
And then just I'm out of here. I want to go back to riding the bench and smoking cigars and just getting paid for it.
The dude had retired, man. It's like
anti-work hero, man. Yeah. No, I respect this so much. He's like, how dare you put me on? Just for that, I'm getting myself a suspension too.
Hey, he's got a trophy, so
he got a trophy. Yeah. No, he's living the dream, man. He gets to live in Barcelona. Food in Barcelona is phenomenal. He's a backup goalie. No one's gonna ding him for smoking cigarettes on the bench. And he gets to just chill, front row seats to every game.
And paid for all this.
And paid.
Yeah.
And paid.
Yeah. And win stuff. It's a great game.
Win stuff.
Yeah. He's not even that old, Chesney, is he?
No, he's not. Yeah. It's when he said he retired. I think it was back in the summer. Like maybe Arsenal could just take him for a backup. You know what I mean? We're thinking stuff like that. I remember stuff saying about he's still young.
I mean, he'd have been homegrown for us, so it'd have made sense. But I don't think he wants to work, man. So
no, definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. That's evident by the showing. He just had.
Real Madrid just scored from the resulting free kick, didn't they, Rodrigo? I think the keeper will be disappointed on that one, but
Yes, they did.
I mean, when the final score is 5-2, you're like, yeah, whatever. Take your free kick goal. Have it.
Yeah.
We also had the Italian Super Cup, which was another very good game.
They were fun, because they had the semifinals and then the final. Like, they were really good to watch. Juventus, they lost. Was it to... Who did they lose to? Was it Inter?
I think they lost to Milan.
To Milan, I can't remember. I remember Yildiz' goal was really nice. I can't remember. He was the only threat they had, which incidentally is continuing in the league. But
wait,
Juventus.
Hold on. You're telling me Juve didn't tie a game? They actually had a win or a loss. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
So what? 12 draws in the league right now for Juventus. They haven't lost a single game.
Only a
They've drawn
team
12
in the
of them.
But it's just draw every week. Yeah, but. The final.
I mean, we get to the
Inter
final,
were 2-0 up in the final and then just blew it. Leao came on and they had no idea how to contain him. He had a hand in all 3 goals. Tammy getting the winner from 1 yard out in the end.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy.
I forgot that Tammy Abraham was even at AC Milan. I did not know he was there.
He was injured. He was injured initially.
Which is unfortunately story of his career.
Yeah, but is Alvaro? He's the starter, isn't he? Morata.
Yeah,
think
generally I would
Morata's
say
the
he is.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
What?
I would assume so. I haven't been following Milan that.
Morata's
closely.
a starter. Tammy came on. I think it was for Morata. I can't remember. I watched this game and it's just a blur in my mind because so much was going on. But yeah.
Who's the manager they signed? Because they signed a manager literally a week before they won this.
What's the
Portuguese guy?
Conceição.
Conceição, yeah.
Conceição?
He recreated the meme. He
the
recreated the meme, the
smoking,
smoking meme
dancing
after the final. Yeah, he's.
What an introduction, eh?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
He's a bit of a dickhead, but man, he's a fun guy to be honest. Yeah.
He's the kind of guy where you're like, I like that he's at a big club. Happy it's not mine.
Exactly. Yeah. He has that Mourinho energy to him.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about transfers a little bit. Let's get stuck into some more. On the topic of Man City, we said that they already signed Kusanov. It looks like this week they'll complete the signing of Umar Marmoush from Eintracht Frankfurt. And we're probably going to be just across the front line, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to get him by the looks of it. It seems to be like very late stages of the deal at this point.
Well, I'm checking now to see if it's been completed, honestly.
City with some positive rebuild signings. Uh-oh.
Surprising one of them wasn't a midfielder, to be honest. I did think they would need some reinforcement in that area with Rodri being out, but
that's what you'd think, yeah.
Yeah. Mamouche is having a crazy season, though. I think 14 goals in the league, 7 assists. Yeah, they need attackers. We've been talking about how their attack has been quite underwhelming without Alvarez, really. So he'll be an interesting profile. He's been playing up front mostly this season, but he can play across the front 3. So yeah, great. We have that to look forward to. Looking forward. Yeah.
What else is happening? There's a lot of talk about Kavica Kvaratskhelia going from Napoli to PSG. Obviously, Kvaratskhelia, along with Osimhen, was the jewel in Napoli's crown for that title when they had a couple of years ago.
This one's This one is pissing because you hear there's no opportunity in the market. I mean, I think it's for like 70 million. 70 million for Kvaratskhelia is
he's only 23 as well.
Is he 23?
He's younger. He's younger than I thought. Yeah, wow. 23. Like,
he broke in very young. Like, he is. Why are there more people on this?
Why is he going to PSG? They have Gladys Barcola, they have Desiree Doué there. I don't get it. Like, left wing is not an area that's a problem for PSG, but
he just wants to get paid. That's the biggest thing, I think.
He's not even getting paid that much. It's not that big a contract.
It's not a big contract?
No, it's like 180.
They're doubling. They're doubling his Napoli wages, but he's on 90K at Napoli.
He's on nothing right now, yeah.
Everybody should
180K. I'm like,
doesn't make sense.
That is for Premier League teams, for any top end team, 180K for Kvaratskhelia, very affordable.
There were some whispers about Liverpool as well. Those seem to have gone quiet, surprisingly, because, they could. I mean, they have Diaz there and they have Gakpo, so again, doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I mean, the Premier League's not signing stars, man. I don't know what it is, but they're not signing stars. He'd have been fun in the Premier League, but hey, nobody seems to be buying. Oh, at least we're getting Mamouche, so there's that. Yeah. But,
hey, Chelsea's buying.
Who are you buying?
Yeah.
Who else do you buy now?
Well, no, we're just buying. We're always gonna be buying
Just
someone.
anyone.
Stars. I didn't
Someone.
say people. Stars.
I know. I didn't say stars either. I just said we're buying. You know.
Yeah, you're buying Sancho. Like Sancho was already here. We need something else. Neto. Like.
Oh, we were linked with this winger from League Two.
Another one.
In Spain. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, really
What?
odd. Really odd. Nothing for certain, but big links. Yeah.
Does he have a name, this winger?
I forget. No, I just saw it. But yeah, I don't expect Chelsea to do anything. We've signed enough players, even though we don't have, we were sort of maybe lacking in a couple departments. We've signed too many players. I don't think we will sign one. Yeah.
If you needed a player, what position would it be? Other than
Goalie.
goalkeeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had so many.
Yeah, that's why I was like, other than
A
goalkeeper.
good goalie. No, here's the difference. Can we just sign a good goalie and a good center back? You know, like really solid, and that's solid for us. Would be good.
Maresca said he's happy with his options in goal and
Of course.
in defense.
Of course, you're gonna say that. Why would you not say that? Why would you say? I'm really disappointed in my options in goal. Great.
Yeah.
Really positive reinforcement to your team.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can say
we
need
had
some
we
help
had
in
8
that
of them.
area.
They're all shit.
Yeah, because I think Fofana is out for the season now. right?
I'm pretty sure he's done for the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 3 months, and yeah, that's enough. Yeah. So.
United, any talks about anything?
We don't have the money to do anything.
That is crazy for United to say, by the way.
Look at how badly we've spent our money over the years. It's finally catching up with us. I mean, I'd love a left wing back in particular, because Dalot at left wing back is not the solution unless you're playing Trent, which we don't get to play him every week.
Yeah.
That's the only person who's made Dalot look really good at left wing back. But I think wing backs would be a big one because currently we're basically whoever is playing wing back is out of position. Like Mazraoui looks more comfortable when he plays as the right centre back as opposed to the wing back, even though he does okay-ish there. He's not as much going forward. Dalot fish out of water at left wing back a lot of the times. So I think wing back would be the first priority, and particularly on the left side because, I mean, Luke Shaw is unreliable, and Terrell Malacia just doesn't. He was never a brilliant player to start with, and B, he's coming back from such a long. He's coming back from such a long layoff, and is unsurprisingly not up to speed after 600 days out or whatever it was. So we need options there.
I heard, I saw a story rather that, what's this kid's name might be up for sale, which is a bit sad.
Mainu.
Kobe Mainu,
Yeah.
There was the talk was that if the right bid came in, Mainu or Garnacho were not untouchable, which I think is not gonna happen.
You think so? Okay.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, in January, I
the
don't think so, but in the summer, maybe.
Not in January. I will see in the summer. Amarim has spoken quite highly of Mainu, and I don't think he'd be keen to let him go at this stage. But we'll have to see because United have fucked themselves over so royally with PSR that it leads to now links being made with academy guys where you get the pure profit and to the
Pure profit. That's just
Oh,
Chelsea
yeah.
owners going crazy right now. Oh, please.
I forgot about
Some better
Rashford
words.
until you said that. Yeah. He's still there.
Rashford.
I wonder if Rashford goes on loan
There's
this
there's
winter.
been links to. I mean, there were links to Milan for a bit.
I
but
heard,
Apparently,
which
they
makes no
want
sense.
Walker now.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But look, there's links to Juve, PSG.
That makes
there's
sense.
Links everywhere. There's been nothing concrete that's come out yet.
Mm.
Yeah, Juve they need someone to score goals, eh?
Yeah.
At least help.
Yeah, because Vlahovic is not doing it. It's basically Yildiz at this point. Yeah. The main one is because I think I'm not convinced he's a good tactical fit for.
If Mainu leaves, that will be the saddest I've been about a transfer out of United for a very long time.
Yeah.
I like the kid.
I do as well, but in a very specific role. That's the problem, right? Because this season he's struggled a lot. And
I think he's looked better the last few weeks, like the last couple of weeks, really. From the Newcastle game onwards, he's looked a lot better than he did the first.
Because you've condensed the
few games
space,
under him.
right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
You're not going to play this way forever, I assume. You're going to eventually want to spread your team out and actually dominate games. And I don't know if he can do that, Kobe. I mean, maybe he surprises us with a bigger engine, but in a double pivot, it's really difficult. You have to have a big engine to cover that space. And
in the end, I mean, he's 19 right now. There is still the possibility that he could develop more of an engine, grow into that a little bit more. But we'll see. It's one of those where we just don't know at this stage.
Yeah.
All right. Any other transfer news bubbling around? Tony, has your yearning for Alexander Isak yielded any results?
I mean,
yielded a goal against Arsenal.
More yearning.
We need to let that go, man. Like, 'cause I feel like Arsenal fall in love with an idea, and because of that, they do nothing else. Like, we wanted Šeško at the start of the window. We didn't get Šeško, and we're like, okay, we'll wait. And wait for what? Like, there are attackers available now, and at some point you have to bite the bullet. I am a bit worried about the future as well, because Edu's gone. This is kind of what happened to Liverpool, where I can't remember the guy's name, but the director of football left, and
Martin Edwards.
Was it Edwards?
Was it Edwards? Maybe I'm misremembering the guy's name, but carry
Edward.
on.
I thought Edwards, was he at Leicester or was he at Liverpool? Anyway, I can't remember, but yeah. Anyway, you're probably right. It probably is Edwards. He left. And they spent a long time trying to figure out that replacement. That they dropped the ball on Trent, they dropped the ball on Salah, dropped the ball on Van Dijk, and now they're scrambling to fix that mess. And less than 6 months to the end of their contracts, those are not sorted. Arsenal at the end of the season, Saliba will have 2 years left. Martinelli less, who cares? And Saka will have 2 years left. Like we're getting to that point now where contracts need to be renewed. We're not winning shit, right? So why would they resign? And we're not making any investments that makes it look like we're gonna win shit. So yeah, it's for all.
And we're also seeing a lot of players run down their contracts nowadays.
Exactly, because you get the buzz when you get the big transfer fee. I mean, I don't know that you can let Saliba walk for free. That for a
that would be insane work. Yeah. Insane work to let Saliba or Saka wind down their contracts any further than beyond the summer.
It feels like that's what's going to happen because you should start those talks now. I've not heard anything. As far as the needs of the squad for Arsenal, I mean, it's pretty obvious where we need reinforcement. I don't want to see another left back. I don't want to see another midfielder. We signed Calafiori, Marino, whoever, Sterling. If we had signed, let's just say hypothetically, we had signed Gyökeres. Let's not even say Isak, just Gyökeres last summer. We would be better off than if we signed all 4 of those players. Right? Like, we may not have won anything this season, but we'd be more dangerous because the rest of them are not really contributing. And we could have gone by with Vieira or Smith Rowe or something random in there just to plaster until later. So goals cover a lot of sins. We've been seeing that with Liverpool. They're far from perfect, but they have Mo Salah. He can slap one in at any moment. We've done a lot of spam buying with defenders, and we've struck gold with 2. That's what happens when you buy, right? Chelsea have bought all the attackers in the world, struck gold with Palmer. That's what happens. We have to start.
Ratio is not that great though.
Nobody's ratio is good.
How many more goalies are Chelsea about to buy to try to strike gold?
Wow, that's fair. Maybe the next one. will be the one. But you get my point.
Man,
We've only bought two attackers.
Chelsea are really the
Not the
transfer
case.
window epitome of that guy sitting at a slot machine just going, next one's a jackpot.
Next one's a Palmer. Next one's a Palmer. Yeah,
Everyone in charge of Chelsea now is saying, Tony, you're speaking great stuff. I love this, man. Keep
Clip
talking,
this up
man.
and play it at the next board meeting. Yeah, we need more attackers. Yeah,
Pull up to a casino. It's just Todd Bowley sitting at one of those machines.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just not in a good place with my club, which is sad. And it's not even that. It's bad, but we are still second.
It's been so much worse. It has been so much worse.
It has been worse. That is true, but it can get worse, which is also true. So
It's also true, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, you know what? It's a nice little throwback to the early days of the podcast where Tony is the most depressed out of all of us.
Arteta's won one trophy since he came to the club. Guess who he had in that period? He had an attacker who could score goals. Aubameyang.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you want a guy that wins a trophy every season, I know one that's out there.
Yeah.
Give Mr. Ten Hag a call.
I don't want a fucking egghead. I want a player that wins trophies. That's what I want. I want a goal scorer. And not Rashford, for God's sakes. Need something else. Don't be lazy. Yeah.
Well, maybe January will bring gifts. We still got a couple weeks left.
The gifts are moving.
We'll find out.
The gifts are moving. This is how you end up with Sterling, right? The gifts are moving.
Someone else is buying up the gifts.
Yeah. And then you get socks at the end of the window. I want socks. I want a new bike. Jesus. Yeah.
To buy Tony a new bike, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Cheers, guys. Looking forward to some more Premier League action this weekend. Yeah.
Man's struggling. There's midweek games. I hope you know this.
It is midweek. Yeah. You should have
fantasy.
let his fantasy.
Set your lineup. No. I like a challenge. Thank you for joining me, Tony.
Yeah. Good stuff. Can't say I enjoyed this one, but I'm here.
Oh, don't you worry, Tony. I enjoyed it enough for both of us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Bye-bye.